At about 5 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. last Monday, June the 1st, there weren't many people in the Safeway Haverfordwest car park, and I happened to look up in the direction of Prendergast.
The date was October the 21st, 1977, and my wife was awaiting my arrival home. Before retiring, she drew back the curtains in the back kitchen, and she saw a long, thin, red-coloured flame in the sky, which appeared to be vibrating.
I was watching a passenger plane, when suddenly it veered to the right for some reason. I then saw a silver object which looked like a rocket going south right across its path.
At first, my wife thought it was an aircraft on fire, but within seconds the flame had formed a circle, making a domed figure. There was no mistake in the shape, and portholes could be seen quite plainly.
At first I thought it had come off the back of the aircraft, and I read the story in the Western Telegraph about the wing panel falling off Concorde, so I thought it was that, but the times didn't match up.
It was at this point that I arrived home and my wife rushed into the kitchen. There was no mistaking the fact that there was this object in the sky.
It was going very fast. As 1 minute it was there, and then it disappeared. And I don't think it was a military aircraft, as their jets go over here every day.
I can only describe its colour as that of the setting sun. As regards size, I should say it is about double that of the sun as we see it.
When I told my wife and son, they thought it might be a UFO, and I've certainly never seen anything like it before.
I went out into the garden and called upon my wife to go for my binoculars. At this point, unfortunately, the object seemed to move rapidly backwards and disappeared.
The only other people I know who would have seen the object were a couple next to me in a caravanette, and they drove off before I could ask them.
I then phoned the RAF station and established there were no aircraft in the area.
Could that be it then? Are the Welsh UFO sightings circa 1977 to be explained away as hoaxes and misidentified but known phenomena? Could such a high-profile case as the Broadhaven School UFO sighting have influenced a whole spate of other sightings? Were people subconsciously more open to suggestion than usual? Or could it have been some kind of mass delusion? Why had so much activity centred around RAF Brawdy? It was later revealed that the US military presence was due to the base also being home to a US naval surveillance station, its function to detect the position of Russian submarines. One theory has it that the aliens were monitoring and infiltrating Brawdy because their own activities might be exposed, namely a UFO base beneath the sea. Another theory claims that alien beings were not from outer space but from another dimension, possessing an ability to manipulate time and space. Their agenda, it is suggested, is of environmental and ecological concern, with the nearby presence of oil refinery operations at Milford Haven being the focus of their attention. Does this all sound too far-fetched? Are there other more plausible explanations?
We've just established contact. I want his report.
It was collected silvery grey, approximately 40 foot long, torpedo cigar shaped.
I know the truth.
With an upper domed section that covered the central third of the vehicle and which was topped
from another galaxy.
Looking round, I saw a plate or saucer-shaped UFO in the sky. It had yellow-green lights on its side and a silver body.
The end of the world has been postponed.
Following 1977, the number of UFO sightings in Wales diminished sharply, although anomalous aerial phenomena are still occasionally reported to this day. Could these stories from 1977 really have been part of what is sometimes called the silly season? Some eyewitnesses, having been hounded by the press and subjected to scorn and ridicule, want to forget these things ever happened. Others, however, including some of the then children from Broadhaven School, insist to this day that what they saw was something very real, and they live in hope that one day the truth will be revealed.